Since its creation in 2004, the Adentan Constituency has been known for giving its members of parliament only a 4-year tenure to serve as their representative. Today, we engage voters to understand this unique pattern and also to explore if history repeats itself or if a new era is on the horizon with the upcoming December 7 election.
The cycle began with the election of the late Kojo Opare Hammond of the New Patriotic Party, who won in 2004. However, he lost his re-election bid in 2008 to the National Democratic Congress's candidate, Kojo Edu Asare, who won with 54% of the vote. In 2012, the NDC retained the seat with a new candidate, Emmanuel Ni Ashimo, reinforcing Adentan's trend of electing MPs for only one term. In 2016, both major parties again presented fresh faces. Mohammed Ademu Ramadan of the NDC competed against former member of the NPP, Yao Boabing Asamoah, with Boabing Asamoah winning the seat and returning it to the NPP, yet maintaining Adentan's one-term pattern. The 2020 elections brought a rematch between Boabing Asamoah and Ramadan, with Ramadan winning decisively with 55.89% to Boabing Asamoah's 43.4%.
I'm currently at School Junction, one of the busiest areas within the Adentan municipality. Now here at this busy intersection, the two major political parties have mounted huge billboards aiming to catch the eye of voters and to establish themselves as the right choice for the December 7 polls.
Now, with another election approaching, many are wondering if Adentan's one-term tradition will continue or if the constituency is ready for a shift. Let's hear from some voters on why they believe this trend has persisted.
MPs na ya omoba ewo yen constituency ano akoy se adwuma son bia ni wa ya omude omu be wi omu 4 years on the necessity so say we die me na me ye ma constituency no se de ba bi no no omo ye ma omo hunu say oh ampa we die MP we die abone homo de ono ye we ano na ntisa nti ano e basa na esan to aba na wo say nipa no omo sesa omo adwen no mo hwe say e be ko ne sen ana
MPs ni bi wo aba the performance nke eye anke bi an kombetimi amasa MP ni 8 years but ne ho ne say bi preference ne say ye hu no Adenta pe sa we ni oba ye hu no wa medaya se wa meye se hen but na nipa na bia no oye adwuma ena ye wo bi nso ho no ma hu se oba ye na adwuma die bia enkoso nti na ma Adenta no enye stable mindset. Every 4 years, for
the 2024 elections, the NPP has put forward first-time candidate Akosua Menu, popularly known as Kuzi, while incumbent MP Mohammed Ademu Ramadan is running for re-election. What do constituents think of their current MP's performance?
Ramadan, what disappoints you now? Because Boabeng Crampona, yes, on your Shinokra, or you be kakra de Maya. Before that, Asana, a Yibebano. Ramadan bano nye nim so ye adwuma wo aban no aso ye nti ne nim se mputu dwuma no be kese nanso ye ho hwe nti mimi gina so kase anya se me hwe street ade ne yekoso abonten de Ramadan ye besesa no ye besesa na fi onu aya we tontumi ye campaign kura
before we do old town aga do won say bridge bi wo waye bridge bi wo no wanya nyem bebre ye ka mba omopon ade na tela machines no otimi ma nkrofo bi even polytank even abobo ya kura abobo ya steady abobo ya omma abobo ya amafo the year we can pay kura etu ebim kura ntimantua
se sia de ye ni MP se sia NDC for na wo so ansa ja fi na ye de eba
muni MP
yes
na kan
because MP na fi so se sia NDC for na wo so
na se MP de oba de or MP for bia
okay ono ye hu ni modern bo bia because oba ya kwa ye hu ni eni nti se sisa na di fufu ba na ye hwe de
all purpose ye ninu na eti aya ti sese na ye ni brother we try ye ninu na ekoba onya post nu wie ye no ni fie wa haya ye ni fie on si ya biom we akituwa we haya na ye djuma no obehu ye wa o mutuma me ye tuma no wie no ono na nye chifu tu kra ye hu bida iti Ramadan de ye nyina ye drivers for na ye wa ni na aye ya no ba ku se ye tunu ye tuama akosia last days no kra oba be ya ma ye no ya kasa ye ko DVL krapo ni boy fu krapo chen de o di DVL for na ba se oba be ye last days manu iti Ramadan de ye hia no wa
on the morning mon so ani me hu adwuma bia oba 4 years why ne modern one so any at least as a free one will be so then eba
Mo can say because I'm more year more 4 years for instance na impunto na mo pɛ no embaye
4 years na nya small journey nti ma 4 years so obey bibi a nipa de na ne be hu sa ampa 4 years why bibi ansa na ya to aso am 8 years.
This will be the third time Mohammed Adam Ramadan will be contesting the Adentan seat, having won on his second attempt. Now the question really is, will he be the MP to break the 4-year tenure cycle, and how does he intend to do that?
No member of parliament campaigns in isolation. You campaign on the strength of your political party and the message of your political party. So essentially, I'm campaigning on the basis of my party's manifesto, where we intend to help the youth, to give them jobs, 24-hour economy, and then also asking our people in Adentan to retain our MP, so we give the constituency an opportunity to grow. I mean, Adentan since 2004, we've always had 110 members of parliament, and it's an institution where, to a large extent, experience counts a lot. So, because all our MPs are first-timers, all our MPs are backbenchers. So it's one of my messages where I appeal to the people that let's give our constituency an opportunity to grow. And I'm sure the longer you stay in parliament, the better it is for the constituency, and the more the opportunities you get for your constituency. So it's one of the things I'm campaigning on.
As your people, like the constituency, that you've been missing in action, if you've been doing all, you say you've been missing in action, they don't see you, they've not seen any developmental projects. What is going wrong? Is it that, how are they not seeing you around? Because they claim that before the elections, you were always around. But after you won the elections, they don't see you. How do you plead?
When Adentan had only 34 polling stations in 2008 under Idu Asari, the same thing was said about him, that they don't see him. Today, Adentan has 322 polling stations. Adentan has grown from a population size of 32,000, where they said they didn't see the MP, to over 163,000 registered voters. I mean, clearly, if you do the maths, in 4 years, if every year is 365 days, in 4 years you have 1,440 days. If I am to interface with all 163,000 delegates, it means that for every day in the life of as an MP for 4 years, every day I need to interface with a minimum of 112 people to be sure that everybody would say that they've seen the MP. So one of the things I have done as Member of Parliament, usually when you're campaigning, you go to the people. Most of our MPs didn't even have offices, but I set up my office. So now anybody who wants to see the MP knows where to find the MP.
The NPP, on the other hand, is presenting a new candidate to challenge the incumbent Member of Parliament. What are Akosia's main chances of beating the MP, and what are her plans? Let's find out.
We change every 4 years when we don't see what we want to see. And it's not for me to actually come and promise. I'm actually doing the work.
Gutter constructions, as you can see, road construction also. The major road project I was telling you about at the start, when we started, at a certain stretch, there were no gutters. Without gutters, the roads won't last, so we came at an extra cost to do the gutters. Here was the market women have supported the soft loans that they are making use of, and it's beautiful. They have never defaulted, and it's like, that's why I want to extend it to a credit union for the larger Adentan populace. So
I would say it's because you are vying for the office, that's why you are doing all of these things. Why didn't you do all of these things, before now? What do you say to them?
No, you see, sometimes you need to have, beyond the little things you do. I was doing my own stuff within the constituency. I felt that, I can actually lead. How do I show I can lead? I'm responding to your needs. If it impacts your life and you feel I deserve your vote, absolutely. And when I'm voted in, this is but a tip of the iceberg as far as what they should expect is concerned, but my focus is on the real needs of the constituency.
As campaign promises and plans fill the air, what factors are most important to voters as they prepare to make their decision?
This time, madam, about to skirt and blouse, skirt and the bend.
Skirt and blouse, no, or Toma.
Metoma, because your man. It was a manyaka credit, but our banzo and messanya credit. I'm ready. We are sending a corner a man and Casano to say, Omo Abadaye, a Mawa Badaye. Well, we are Commodore Kura. We are sending Oma May. Now say, I know Papa, ready, send your moye into 1 hour over over to a man. Obana Bema Cordia, Memeto Amoba.
Say MP or Banuti me catch them say this area is the hottest area in Adentan constituency in terms of marketing, in terms of business, in terms of Nema Yama Krumia Shina, ha. O share Adentan, now giving Adentan Casacran on to even compare her. I had 24 hours. I think I say MP or Banit Mijana, Ramadan Mijana say, I have money market, money station. See, I can say, yes, struggle with station. About for Belodi, Ediaco circles near Adaka, Swanin as if for. See, a good money land on the station. Make us into marketing so ebinia yen the force and a fence here. It could come say one day government say and then why is saying move here yako hina yako so a hanso be cut down in terms of kaba in carbon say din unyo bia ne nkasa so what I say enti me hwe obi a this project work mienu we betimi aka kire say ma locate ha ye adwumani enie monhwe ampa ye hu omo ye adwuma in the next few months we settle in station, we settle markets. So anybody they meet me out to Abama.
Did they mean me say we class 1, now call class 2 so no wadi suya. Inti the yen susu say MP na o ba foforo no. Afi no call class 1. And as you Ramadan or class 3. Inti ye piano man na call class 4. Afi si demand bibi fi ni nsem no wantumi anya maya. Ni ene na atwe.
No o MP no niema ben sign na waye nti a opese otwas.
Oh, actually, no, Ramadan Kasa Okano, say Miming Kwadia Mitiasia, or Pache say, and any government in a Wasso. Into no near one, me somehow no me consider a cacra. Say, and any government in a Wasso, into me, Yadia, SSO match.
Both leading candidates have taken swipes at each other, each trying to establish themselves as the best choice for Adentan.
I think the biggest obstacle for him is answering the question why projects have stalled. In a time where parliamentarians on both sides have been the most powerful because of the nature and the dynamics of parliament now, lobbying has been even easier for our brothers and sisters on the other side because of the nature of the situation, as we all well know. I go to the Facebook pages of NDC MPs and I see the work they are doing and often crediting that work to even government support coming to their various constituencies. The question Adentan is asking is, the work that the former MP did, from roads to gutters and the initiatives he took, why hasn't it continued? His excuse, as I have heard from constituencies, that he claims is not his president that is in power. But that fact was already established before he attempted the seat. So barring that change, what would have been his efficiency as an MP?
I have bought a grader from using my car loan. Out of that grader, I am grading roads. But the people don't just want roads that are graded. There are roads that have been done, but the potholes are so bad. For such roads, you can't put a grader on it. We recently passed this drip thing in Parliament, where every assembly has been given a grader, a compactor, tipper trucks, water tankers, backhoe. Most of Akosia's projects in this constituency are the drip equipment. And she says she's suddenly doing everything. I mean, Akosia just showed up in this constituency barely 2 years ago. And the trajectory Akosia is going, I'm sure if she had been here for a long time, even my house, Akosia say she put it up for me and gave it to me. I mean, I think that we must respect our electorate with intellect. I don't think our electorates just believe everything we put out.
I also spoke with constituency executives from both parties to understand how they intend to mobilize support for their respective candidates.
The door-to-door campaign was introduced by the late Professor Mills. And so this is what we are using. It's anchor. Touch the base. Talk to people. Let them understand the need and the reason why they should vote for NDC. It's not all about, we can't match the NPP when it comes to, using the media and printing a lot of posters and billboards and stuff. If you go around, you see a lot of them in town. But it doesn't scare us at all. And so, for us, we are really working hard. So, Akusha, I'm sure she's going to have the shock of her life.
The party's duty is to canvass for votes for her and for our presidential candidate, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who inshallah will be the next president of the nation. Ours is to go house to house, door to door, possibly room to room, and make sure we touch every soul in Adentan and preach the good deeds of NPP and Akosua Asamen, and inshallah pray to God to touch their hearts and then get the votes on the 7th of December. And I can assure you, the party is doing just that.
Both aspirants believe they are the voters' choice, each confident of having the solutions needed. Meanwhile, the voters have made up their minds on who to vote for based on what they've seen. The rest of the world will, however, see who gets the nod on December 7th. Reporting for Channel 1 News, Beverly Langdon.